everybody, what's going on? Welcome to the T and J podcast.
Hey,
We
y'all.
hope everybody's doing great today. I am your big brother T,
And I, Coach J.
the babes, Coach
The
J.
babes.
How's it going with you, babes?
I'm great, baby. How about you?
I am doing really well. We had a pretty laid back weekend. No, not quite. We did a little traveling,
We did some traveling.
and then the rest of the time was kind of laid back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but a laid back weekend with you, it's top tier,
Oh,
babe.
I love it. I'm here
It's
for it.
top tier.
I'm here for it. So yeah, yeah, I start Saturday. We did a little traveling. As you guys may or may not know, we have a travel series
Mhm.
where we just go to little small towns. Right now, they're small towns, and just show you this town and share a little history of the town. It's real simple, but
Yeah,
I,
but it's pretty awesome. Like we're really getting some good numbers on these videos. So
we traveled to Clark's, Clark's,
Clarks.
Louisiana, which is a little village right outside of Columbia.
Oh, kind of the cutest little village as far as cute goes. Like I'm country, so it was right up my alley. It
Yeah,
was just so close knit. You could tell. Like every time we saw somebody, they were waving, and it was so cute.
yeah, and so I remember Clark's from my time. I used to work in the Caldwell Parish. It's the parish right next door to ours. Anybody outside of Louisiana, that's a county. We just call them parishes. But I used to work close to there, and I used to have lunch there. Had a great meal there all the time called a sawmill burger, which was this ginormous hamburger with an over easy egg on top.
Mm.
And I remembered that. Um, and so, yeah, I figured I wanted to revisit the city. I didn't think that little cafe would still be there, and it wasn't. But if it had been,
We would have stopped and got a sawmill
probably would have got a
burger.
sawmill. Probably would have
Yeah,
got a sawmill. But yeah, small town had a nice, cool little building that's like the town hall and the post office, and people just sitting out there on
I
rocking
think a little piece of it was
chairs.
like the police office too.
Yeah,
Oh, and they don't have an established fire. What am I trying to say?
department.
Department.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
They don't have an established fire department. They have a volunteer fire department. And I think that's so cute. I think everything about that town is just cute to
yeah.
me. That's
So
that's the adjective I'm gonna use.
yeah, it was really cool, and of course, it was just good to get out. And so you guys will be seeing that on the YouTube channel pretty soon.
Make sure you subscribe and
Absolutely,
hit that notification button.
all that good stuff.
Oh, we're T and J on YouTube. And while we're at it,
Yeah,
follow us on all social media. We're T and J on YouTube, as I just stated. We are T and J on Facebook. And on TikTok, we are
the Watkinses.
follow us.
Follow us on all those platforms and
Like us.
comment. Just let us know, you know, what's your favorite thing that we've done so far, and what would you like us to do in the future?
This incense is imposing.
No,
We're not smoking, y'all.
no, no.
There's an incense and it's just, I don't know, taking over the air right now.
I get my incense from Five Below, and they're these little crazy scents, not like regular old sandalwood and stuff. They're like Puff the Magic Dragon.
But guess what? You buy them.
And yeah, I mean I like them because I'm a chivo, so uh, Mardi Gras, King Cake, things
Mm.
like that. So
They smell really good though, but yeah. You know how when you light an incense, I think it kind of veers towards people a little bit.
it comes towards you, it comes towards your
The
nostrils,
smoke
and it
does. And
suffocates you. It
yeah.
makes our little dog just start sneezing. Well, she sneezes anyway. Sunday, well, Sunday was the Oscars, but we didn't really watch the Oscars. We watched some Oscar-nominated movies.
Why did I think it was the Academy Awards?
Same thing.
Oh, is that the
It's
Oscars?
called it's called the Academy Awards, but they award the Oscar. So
Brand new information,
yeah, yeah.
y'all.
Well, stick with me, kid. So, but we didn't watch them. But we watched a few. We watched a few Academy-nominated movies. I noticed. Uh, was that intentional or is that coincidence?
I guess it was coincidence. There's movies I wanted to
It's
see.
movies you want to see, but
Yeah, we watched Sick. or I guess I watched
Yeah, I didn't
Sick.
see that.
It was actually really good to be kind of like that thriller type situation. It wasn't super gory. There were definitely jump scenes. Um, but it was well acted and relevant to the COVID situation that was going on. Let me not minimize it. That is going on.
So it was a fictional take on it?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was definitely a fictional take. And to be completely honest, it really didn't have a whole lot to do with COVID. They were just in that time, so they emphasized the mask and oh well, have you sanitized 6 feet? They were emphasizing that, but it was really about like these crazy people that were taking advantage of the pandemic and going crazy, like these people that were crazy because they thought that people were getting other people sick and they were like killing people. It was that kind of
Did
thing.
they actually use the word COVID, or was this just a
Did they say COVID?
symbolism for COVID? And what's the word I want to use? An
I think you
analogy?
knew it was COVID.
Yeah,
But I honestly I don't think they actually said COVID.
yeah, yeah. I can
Huh.
picture that. I can picture that.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
just kept saying sick.
That way it stays relevant,
Yeah.
regardless of the era or whatever. But then
It was good.
we watched The Whale. That's the only one I actually watched with you.
Yeah.
The
Oof.
Whale, Brendan Fraser, who won Best Actor in the Oscars later that night for the movie.
That's awesome. I love Brendan Fraser. I've always, always, always loved him.
George of the Jungle,
Yeah, Encino Man.
and he wasn't the mummy, but he was the guy in the
The
mummy.
guy in The Mummy and
Yeah.
and the guy in Blast from the Past, which is one of my favorite
Oh, you
movies.
do like that movie,
I love that movie, y'all. Check out Blast from the Past. It
Mhm.
is so awesome.
but
That's like one of my favorite movies.
this is the question: did you like The Whale?
I'm indifferent about that movie because I love Brendan. I think he's an amazing actor. I just don't think the storyline was there. I'm still left like wondering when the movie was going to reach its peak, and it just never did it for
It
me.
was just over. The credits started rolling. Well, I
Yeah,
mean, it was 2 hours in, so you were figuring it was about to wrap up anyway, but it just kind of wrapped up.
it like that was it. Like you were waiting and waiting and waiting on something to happen, and it just didn't.
Yeah,
And I just like I said, one of my favorite actors, but I just don't think it was award worthy.
yeah. Well,
I
did
just
you
I
think
don't.
so? So storyline aside, did you think his acting in it
His
was award
acting
worthy?
was yeah, well,
Award
yeah.
worthy?
I guess that's what it's based on.
Yeah,
His acting was really good.
yeah.
Like it really was.
This is supposed to be like his big comeback movie. He got a standing ovation at the whatever film festival. And I guess for his acting,
Yeah.
yeah. So
I just
he got
think
a
it
lot of
was it
hype.
was because of the type of character he plays. Some people might find that difficult to play.
Yeah, yeah.
And he definitely embodied it. I'll give him that.
Big bodied it.
He big bodied it. That's not funny
It's
at
not.
all.
It's not.
That's
But
horrible.
so let's just do. Other words, what you're trying to say is let's just do Encino Man 2 and get him an award for that.
Or something, or
Yeah,
like a continuation of Blast from the Past,
blast from the
where they're
past.
like in the year 2000 now
Blast.
instead of the 90s.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, but it's still up the past because it's like 2020s now.
There you
So they're in the early 2000s, and him and Eve. His name was Adam in that movie. So Adam and
go.
Eve
Eve.
have kids, and maybe it was another bomb threat or something, and he builds a fallout shelter, and then his kid comes out in whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think he could have done better a different type of movie.
And another thing I want to talk about as far as the Oscars go, I didn't watch it, but I heard about it. That Angela Bassett, everyone thought she was a shoe in to win Best Supporting Actress
Snubbed.
for Black Panther, and then they gave it to Jamie Lee.
Snubbed.
And I did not see. Well, I saw a little bit of everything, everywhere, all at once. I saw her part. It was a very small part. I think it's like a. I think the news says a 17-minute part.
Who, Jamie Lee
Jamie
Curtis?
Lee Curtis.
She was in that
She
movie?
was the tax lady with the blonde hair.
Oh
That
wow.
was Jamie.
See?
That was Jamie Lee Curtis. and I didn't even realize it at the time. But that was Jamie Lee, and her part was kind of minor, I feel. But
It was extremely minor. I didn't even know that was
they
her.
gave her the award, and
For that,
the look on Angela's face,
y'all, they keep snubbing Auntie.
yeah,
Like they will not give her an Oscar, and I don't understand why. Because she does so many amazing movies,
she
like the Wakanda movies alone, the
right.
Black Panther movies alone, the
She's been
Wakanda.
Tina
Those,
Turner,
yeah, she's been
yeah.
everything. And Jamie Lee Curtis, like
She
Halloween,
dodges Mike Myers, yeah.
Halloween was crap, by the way. This last one, just putting that out there. This is like turning into like a movie
I
review
know,
thing.
yeah, I don't know, yeah.
But yeah, Angela should have gotten that hands down. It was definitely rigged. It's about who you pay. Like you can't tell me any
The
differently.
look on that sister's face when they said Jamie Lee Curtis, she couldn't hide it. Yeah, she couldn't hide it. She couldn't hide it. She just sat
Wow.
there. She wasn't clapping. And I don't feel like she was trying to be mean or ugly or anything. That's just the moment she was in right there.
It's so crazy because after years and years and years of putting out great box office hits, she gets snubbed again and again, and it's not okay. Like
Yeah,
I don't understand. It's clearly not the people's choice.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
So
A lot of people were let down with that. But so that was the Oscars, aka the Academy Awards. And then I just have to ask you this, babe. I have to know. The world has to know, when are we going to see the painting that you did last night,
no one will ever see that painting.
guys? We painted last night. That's the last thing we did, and my wife, the babe, painted this beautiful African princess goddess. It
Well,
was gorgeous.
it 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 was paint on a canvas for sure. It was nothing like the first time we painted. Like I don't know where our juices were coming from, but like we were flowing in the paint
Yeah,
spirit.
yeah,
Last night, not so much. I don't know, but like my husband's painting, because he can draw a little bit. He has artistic creativity. I don't have any of that.
it's not true.
But he painted y'all some freaking bison. One bison was on the side, he was just looking dead at you. The other bison was just grazing, minding his
It's just
business.
hanging out.
It was awesome.
Thank you.
It was awesome. And then, I let some paint spill on the canvas and manipulated it a bit. And I mean, I guess it's a person. I don't know what's going
It's
on.
clearly a person.
It's not clear. That is not
It's a
clear.
person. She has this big head of hair,
She has this big head.
covers her eyes, these big, full, pouty lips.
The only reason her hair is
Well,
covering her eyes is because I messed up her eyes.
well, didn't no one have to know that. It looks intentional to me.
It was.
So yeah, so that was our weekend. Traveling, Oscar movies,
Spilling paint on a canvas
beautifully drawing an African princess.
that no one will ever see. I'm throwing it away.
No,
Yeah,
no.
yeah. What's our topic for today? We have rambled for
We
15
a
minutes.
very long time. And I'm glad that no one was watching on Facebook Live anyway.
No one.
One person?
Just you
Just
because you
me?
shared it.
Oh yeah. Today, babe, I want to talk about motivation. That's the thing I want to talk about.
All your hating is fuel to my fire.
We've had.
That's Ti.
Is that what it is?
That's Ti.
Do it again.
Motivation.
Do it again.
That's all I knew.
Oh, okay.
All y'all hating is fuel to my fire. Motivation. Dun, 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 dun.
Cutting all this out.
Keep it.
But
It's in our life.
we, you and I, have had a lot of things that we've needed motivation about just in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
We are going through some lifestyle changes as far as our eating habits, right? And like the first week, we just really just raw dogged it. It was just like
I
ugly,
don't like that term.
raw
Cold turkeyed
dog.
it. That's what we did.
We really cold turkeyed it, like maybe a little too extreme the first week. But I felt like it was whipping us into shape. And then the subsequent weeks, we've been just kind of being mindful of what we eat.
Yeah.
I've been like watching my sweets, and we've been watching our fried foods and uh, things like that.
I've been doing a modified pescatarian version where it's seafood and poultry,
Right.
but no red meats, no pork,
Yeah.
no beef.
But it's been really good. And I'll say this: like when you uh, deny yourself certain foods, like sugars and stuff, like the stuff you do eat, as minimal as it may be, tastes so good. Like fruit tastes so good to me now
Man,
that I've gotten rid of like candy and stuff.
yeah.
Fruit tastes awesome to me now. So that's a that's a plus.
Yeah, fruits are definitely a plus. Veggies are definitely a plus. Those two things you can, eat as much as you want. Obviously, don't gorge yourself on them, but you can eat as many fruits and veggies as you want,
Yeah.
and you don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah, I guess it's possible to overdo anything technically, but
Yeah,
from what I've read and from what I understand, you can kind of enjoy fruit liberally.
liberally.
Yeah, without much consequence,
Notice he doesn't really mention the vegetables.
and vegetables too, if that's your thing. I'm still a kid when it comes to vegetables, but I'm getting there. But I got off subject. So our eating habits, we've needed some motivation to do that. Then I think with our work for the last couple of weeks, our work has been kind of trying,
Oh yeah,
and you need motivation to get through that. And so that's why I thought it'd be a good idea just to talk about motivation and how to build motivation in your life. You know,
yeah. Sounds
um,
good.
and when I said build, because this is my theory about motivation. People always say I have to get motivated, or I need to listen to this speaker so I can get motivated, so he can motivate me. I propose to you, the audience, and the babes, that we cannot get motivated. We have to become motivated ourselves. We have to build motivation within ourselves. Now, motivational speakers, you know, can definitely inspire us. So your Les Browns or your uh, Eric Thomases or your Tony Robinsons. I listen to all
Yeah,
those guys, and I like what they say. But at the end of the day, listening to them is not going to automatically turn on a motivation switch in me, and I'm motivated for the rest of my life. Uh, I might be hyped. No, sometimes some of those guys can get you hyped up, and you go out and you kill it that first day, or even the first couple days. But with all hype, it eventually dies down, and you're going to get right back to where you were.
yeah.
So I propose that we have to build motivation within ourselves, and that's kind of what I want to talk about today. Babe.
I think that's great. That's a really great theory, a great way to look at it, and I agree. You have to be self motivated. You have to have that discipline, and like you said, you can listen to the different motivational speakers and all of that, but that's all they are. They're speakers.
Right.
It's up to you to internalize what they say, but also have the discipline to become self motivated, and you can do that by, having your one large goal, but setting small goals along the way. So every time you hit a small goal, you're motivated because it's an accomplishment
Right.
and it's a step towards that bigger goal. So once you keep hitting those goals and hitting those goals, you're on your way to your ultimate goal. And I mean, every time you hit one, it should motivate you even more, or it should help build motivation
Motivation even
within you
more.
more.
Exactly. Yeah. Goal setting is a tremendous way to build motivation within yourself to set realistic goals. Or they call them SMART goals.
Mhm.
Goals that are specific and measurable,
Measurable. Smart. Okay, specific, measurable,
attainable,
attainable.
Realistic,
Realistic.
time sensitive.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't
Specific,
know.
specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and then
Time
time or time
sensitive.
specific. Yeah,
Time specific.
yeah. Pacific.
You better teach me.
Yeah, yeah. And so if you can set goals like that, even like little small goals. So if you're going trying to drop a couple pounds, if you're trying to drop 100 pounds, well, that's not going to happen overnight. But if you can say to yourself, I'm going to drop a pound a week and monitor that, I'm going to weigh myself every week and I'm going for a pound a week. That's a realistic goal. That's an
Mhm.
attainable goal. And you're giving yourself a time frame every week, you know. And so those are the kind of goals that you can achieve and motivate yourself. Motivate
Awesome.
yourself. And so uh, I also wanted to mention that you want your goals to be realistic, something you can
Mhm.
do, but you don't necessarily want them to be easy. You want them to be something you have to work for, like, again, losing a pound, a pound a week. You're going to have to work for it. You're going to have to exercise. You're going to have to watch what you're eating. So it's not going to be a piece of cake. It's not going to be a cakewalk, but it is realistic and it is something that you can achieve.
Yeah.
Um,
And you get a sense of accomplishment. Like I said earlier, you get that sense of accomplishment, and it's kind of like an adrenaline rush.
yeah,
Like
it
it,
does. It
it,
feels
it
good.
yeah, it makes you want to keep moving forward and ultimately get that goal. And I mean, I know it's for me. I try to set small goals every single day. Like you said, we need to get motivated at work. We have to get motivated, with our lifestyle change and
Right.
all of that. So every day, as far as like our lifestyle change, I just take it day by day,
Yeah.
just because that's something that's difficult and it's new for me. So I try to make sure, like, I probably didn't do well today, but
Well,
that's okay. But it's just one day at a time. When you're faced with something that could potentially deter you from your goal, you make that decision right then to not do it. And that's a goal right there.
right.
And I do feel good about it. At work, I try to make me an agenda for the day and try, in my line of work, it's not easy to do because it's always something. But when I am able to kind of just flow my day and get everything accomplished and not have anything extra, like that makes me want to make that agenda every single day and
Right.
try to adhere to it. So yeah, it's easy to get motivated, but it's difficult to be self motivated, if that makes
No,
sense.
it does make sense.
And so you have to have, like you said, those SMART goals and just little things to help you along the way. And you have to be disciplined enough to say, you know what, I am going to do this. There's a reason that I'm doing this, and stick to it.
Back to what you were saying about making your list.
Mhm.
It feels so good to make a list at the beginning of the day and then start checking those things off.
Yeah.
That is kind of a motivation itself to me. That kind of gets me pumped up. Like I did it, I did this, I
Mhm.
did this, and so it feels good. So I would encourage you guys make a list, prioritize what you need to get done that day. Now, what is important and urgent for to get done. Make a list, and then start ticking those things off as you do them, and you're going to be more and more pumped to get those things done.
Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Another thing I think is good for motivation is to have an accountability partner.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
someone who you can talk to, someone who's like minded, who understands what you're trying to do, trying to accomplish, and then you can just share with them what I want to do and ask that person just check on me, ask me how I'm doing, ask me how it's been going, and let me share with you my accomplishments or even my letdowns. Let me allow me to share those with you.
It's nice because it seems like everything just kind of goes back to the building blocks of
Doesn't it?
a
Yeah.
healthy relationship. And I know this is kind of separate from that, but like you said about the accountability partners and accountability partner and an encourager, we spoke on that as one of the building blocks. Like it's really awesome to have a like-minded person to share your goals and your dreams with.
I think is also important to have gratitude,
Mhm.
have a sense of gratitude for the things that you have, and just be be grateful for what you've accomplished already in your life, where you're at right now, where you are in that moment, and I think that's a good tool for motivation too. Because if you're down in the dumps and you're feeling sad, depressed, not happy with yourself, you're probably not going to be able to motivate yourself. I think you have to feel good.
Yeah.
Uh, you know, I don't know if you guys know my story, but at one point I was like way heavier than I am now, like close to like maybe 550 or something like that. I don't know because my scale only went up to 500, and it was definitely not the scale wasn't working. But it took me a long time to get down to drop my weight because I was so hard on myself. And I would look in the mirror and I would just say these negative things to myself, like, you're no good, and look at you, you look nasty, you're gross, and blah, blah, blah. And it was not until I started learning how to love myself and I was able to take care of myself.
Mm.
It was not until I was able to show gratitude for what I had and what I'd accomplished that I was able to get a better hold of my life and motivate myself to, get healthier. Like, if you love yourself, then automatically you're gonna start doing better for yourself.
Yeah.
And so I would encourage you guys all to do that as well. Look at the things that you're grateful for, the things you're happy about, and give yourself credit for that, right? And love yourself for that. And now that you love yourself, you're going to automatically want to do better for yourself, in your health, in your relationships, in your job, and everything. What do you think about that, babe?
I think that you are so sexy. That's what I think.
Hey,
I just I love when you share that particular story.
yeah,
And maybe for selfish reasons, because had that not happened, you and I probably wouldn't have met.
probably not. Probably not.
And so I like that story inspires me so much more than than I've probably ever shared with you. Just because it shows me that you're self motivated
Yeah,
and that when you put your mind to something, you can do it. And you know, being my husband, like that encourages me in a way. It makes me feel like I too can do something, and I know that I'll have
yeah,
your total support and everything. And that is also it's a form of self-motivation for me.
yeah,
Just like I guess back to what we were saying, just knowing that somebody is there for you and that they have your back, you feel like you can do anything and you want to do things to show them, hey, I can do this too,
yeah,
and thank you for being there for me to encourage me if I do, happen to get discouraged along the way. So
yeah.
I like hearing that story.
Thank you, baby. Thank you. And I was going to share this with you. So you've always shared, you've shared with us like some of the challenges you have in your job and things like that. And you get home at the end of the day, and sometimes you're tired, and your feet hurt or whatever's going on. You may have some kind of aches or pains or things like that.
All the aches and pains.
Yeah, and so you get up in the morning. You're not necessarily a morning person, but you get up in the morning and you do these things. And I always commend you about, well, I'm just so proud of you for getting up and doing it, or pushing through this discomfort, pushing through this pain, and or going to work. And what's the thing you always tell me? You always say, you always
I
say,
don't know.
you always say, I don't have a choice.
Oh, oh, with my HS.
Yeah, with everything. What work? I sometimes I compliment you on your work.
Oh,
Go.
yeah.
Yeah, you getting up and you're getting it done. You're like, I don't have a choice. I like that because I've done mental health. I was in counseling for 10 years, and so I will tell you for sure that you do have a choice. There are choices. You just opt not to take them, and that's awesome because I've dealt with some people who've made the choice to give up, to give in, to rely on other people for help. Um, Sometimes, sadly, to end their life. On some
Mhm.
situations, and so there are choices out there, but you take the highest road. You take the road that's best to be taken, and it's not easy. It's clearly not easy. Give me a hand. It's clearly not easy, but you take it. And the fact that you say, like, what's that song? I'm gonna worship till I pass out. There is no other option.
Yeah.
I think I love that's the way I hear that. There's no other option. I got to get this done. I
Yeah.
got to get this in. No matter my pain or my discomfort, I got to keep moving. There's no other option. I'm doing this for myself. I'm doing this for my family. I'm doing this for God. Whatever it is, there's no other option but this. And so that inspires me. You know,
Yeah.
I'm glad that you don't give up. I'm glad that you don't see a way out.
I was raised by an amazing group of women
Yeah.
who just failure is never an option.
Right.
My mom just so super super strong, regardless of what we were going through or what she was going through. One thing she never did was give up, and so I guess that was instilled in us. And I don't know. I don't see any other option but to move forward.
That's good. There is no other option.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
that never stop, y'all.
Yeah.
Just now that that's in my heart, since you
Yeah.
put it there, like don't give up. There are, I don't know. That's there's no other option.
And I'm adopting that. There's no option but to succeed
That's right.
in our health, in our finances, and everything we do in this podcast,
We
in
will be successful.
in TNJ on YouTube, in TNJ on Facebook, at the Watkinses on
Tiki
TikTok,
taki.
all that. There is no other option but to succeed. And I'm declaring that right here and now.
It's happening, y'all.
Yeah.
Come with us for the ride.
Wow.
One view, 1 million views. Watch.
We would love to hear comments from you guys. So wherever you may see this, TikTok or wherever, I usually post the link on Facebook. So leave a comment there. We would love to have a discussion with you on
Yes.
motivation. How do you feel about what I said about motivation? And like I said, this is not a stab at any motivational speaker or any coach. I love all you guys. I love the coaches that we have listened to, the speakers we listen to. But dig down inside of yourself and find your, oh, I forgot to say this. Shout out to Brother D and whoever else said this. Find your why. I learned it from Brother D, Damon Naylor. But find your why. Find the reason, that you're doing this, what you're doing this for. My reason's right here beside me.
Oh,
Yeah. Find your why and then make your goals. Find your accountability partner and love the heck out of yourself
that's right.
and
We
get your
we got a
motivation.
comment. Demario says there is no other option but to succeed.
That's what I'm talking about,
That's
cuz.
right.
That's right. No other option. We don't have any more options but to succeed.
That's all we can
That's
do.
definitely how the Watkinses do it.
Come on, Watkinses.
Watkinses. Man, we appreciate you guys for listening. We appreciate you guys for sticking with us this long and hearing our rant about how we love Angela Bassett.
We love Angela.
So if you guys have any other comments, like I said, please feel free on all our platforms to just comment and write us.
Please
And
do. We want to hear from you all. Follow us, y'all. Make sure you follow us. On Facebook, we are T and percent J. That's the little and signal sign.
Yeah.
And then on YouTube, we are T and J. And TikTok, we are the Watkinses. Follow us, like, share, turn on notifications, and comment. Let us know what you think. Let us know about different topics that you want to hear. If you have any questions, we're certified life coaches. We're certified relationship coaches. I'm a certified career coach.
And I'm a certified G.
He's a certified G. So, if you have any questions.
I didn't say nothing funny.
But if you have any questions, please, we definitely want to hear them and we'll answer them unbiasedly. If you want to remain anonymous or whatever, that's cool too. How would they remain anonymous? We need to get an email or something like that.
Yeah, we actually have an email. I'm going to find it, remember our password, and you guys can email us And we won't not share your name if you tell us not to. We won't share it. So yeah,
Yeah, and if you wanna do that, we should start like a Q&A thing anyway.
right.
We can answer some questions on air, or something like that. So just let us know, interact with us. We are awesome people, and we wanna get to know you awesome people.
Guys, thank you so much for watching the TNJ podcast. We will see you next time. Until then, I am your big brother T,
I'm Coach
the
J.
babes,
The
Coach
babes.
J, and we will see you all next time. Bye bye.
Bye.